Any questions you would like to ask? Yes?
Master, what occurred during darshan?
What?
What occurred during darshan? Can you explain that? When the master looks at us.
I think I have discussed it quite elaborately many times. You see, if you try to analyze and calculate the advantage of darshan, then there's nothing. In calculation, you will get nothing. A lover, when looks at the beloved, what does it occur to the lover? He never calculates what advantage I am getting by looking at my beloved. It is the helplessness of the lover to look at the beloved. That is darshan. If we try to calculate it mathematically, what gain I have done by 15, 20, 30 minutes, 1 hour darshan, if you try to calculate gain and try to put to your credit, then you get nothing out of it. The lover never calculates. He looks at the beloved because he can't help it otherwise. And that is real darshan. Darshan is always with love. And then it increases love. It grows love. Grows and grows to become one with the beloved. That is darshan. Yes.
Sir, I've heard that we have to get to the asana ourselves. Is the progress up to the asana different from how the spiritual progress acts?
By ourselves means that we should put an effort to reach to the eye center. And initial stages are always difficult. You know, when the child learns to stand after birth, how much it has to go through, so many phases, how difficult it is to grow. Once he starts growing, then automatically growth becomes automatically. First he has to put so many efforts to sit, to stand, to walk. But once he gains strength on his legs, he starts running about, then he grows. Then he's not even conscious of his growing. So similarly, in meditation, initial stages are very difficult to achieve because mind is in the habit of running out since ages, and it has become a victim of the senses. It's a great struggle to pull it back from the senses because it is so fond of sensual pleasures. It's a great struggle to pull it out from the senses. So naturally struggle is great. But after the eye center, when we start getting the taste of that nectar within, naturally it becomes easier for us. Here we are pulling the mind without giving anything else to the mind. We are trying to control our mind from the senses without giving something better than the sensual pleasures to the mind. But once it comes to the eye center, then it gets something positive pleasure of that nectar within. And then it becomes easier for the mind to progress within. Yes.
My love and devotion to the master increase fear and love.
What is there to know about it? There's no scale by which you will sit, you will be able to know how many percentages it is there, how many percentage adulteration and how many percentage is purity. There's no scale. Neither we should try to analyze it.
Sometimes I feel that my love and devotion is hypocritical So that I'm not really feeling love for anyone.
Well, sister, lover is never satisfied with his love for the beloved. No matter how much he gets from the beloved, but he's never satisfied. The more he gets, the more hungry he becomes. So what is there to analyze about it?
Thank you. I just want to feel that we're both now.
We know the real depth of our love only at the time of separation. Then we know where we stand at the time of separation. That at the most you can test yourself. Yes.
Yes, would you please discuss the importance of a relaxed mind at the time of meditation?
Well, brother, since we want to withdraw back our consciousness to the eye center, we want to still the mind. Naturally, for an agitated mind, to withdraw is naturally difficult. If you have some problem, you are confronted with some problem, you're thinking and obsessed with that problem, and you sit in meditation, naturally it's very difficult for you to concentrate because your mind doesn't leave that problem. Problem is obsessing your mind. So with that agitated mind, it becomes difficult to concentrate. And then also we should not sit in meditation with excitement to see something within, to find something within. Then mind is always absorbed in excitement, doesn't concentrate. It starts analyzing so many things. I've given 1 hour, yesterday I gave 2 hours, and I have still not seen. Then you will start talking to yourself. And you will lose the concentration of the mind. So we should neither sit in meditation in Simran with this any excitement, nor with the agitated mind. It's always better to relax yourself before we tend to meditate. You can read Sarbachan, you can read spiritual gems, 2-3 pages. You can build that atmosphere, calm yourself, quiet yourself. Then you can sit in meditation. Yes.
The saying that you got the partner of sense desires and to get to the eye center. It is recommended that we should try to curb our desires to the greatest extent possible. I mean, like live off 1 chapati a day or something from the hair.
Well, brother, if you eat only 1 chapati a day and whole of the day you are thinking about the chapatis, then what have you gained? If you can forget about the chapati after eating 1 chapati, then it is okay. But if you are obsessed, then there's no use. You see, desires doesn't mean but we satisfy them. Unfulfilled desires are also there. So if the mind is always running something to eat, no matter how little you may eat, then even that is no use. Either you should have absolutely no desire, or to reasonable limit it should be satisfied.
Right. There seems to be a bit of confusion as to what really represents. My mind,
What is
you represent as the master. My mind, you are the ideal of which I can become. And it seems to me that generally people tend to idolize you. If you look at the Chapati for a while, the Chapati takes more importance than you when you eat. title is this. Could you speak a little bit of this?
What is
The
there?
idea that we all can become. You are the ultimate goal.
No, but are we shortage of chapatis? You have attended so many bandaras, and I go to visit those chapatis, and I always try to get the report. They are never short of them. No matter how much people eat, they are still there.
Maybe life is like this. Well, did the Bible say that ye were God?
You see, potentially everyone is God. Somebody told Christ, "O ye God." He says, "Why call me? Ye are all gods." Potentially every soul is God. Every soul is in the making of God, but we have to become God. Potentially every soul has the capability to become God. So we are all gods. A drop of water, no matter in howsoever dirt it may have mixed, it has the potency to become the sea. No matter how much the dirt is there, how much it stagnates there, but it has the potency to become sea. So similarly, every soul has the potency to become God. And that is why somewhere it is mentioned that God has made us his own image, that we can become God. Yes?
Master, could you speak to us about passing on the mastership from one master to the next?
From what point of view you want to know? I don't follow your question.
Well, perhaps how a master chooses the successor.
Well, the predecessor knows best. How can we question our predecessor, how you have chosen anybody?
I'm not questioning anybody, Master. I'm really asking what sort of criteria.
See, there are no criteria which predecessor has to keep in mind in selecting. He knows best. A rich man, a multimillionaire, he can pick a laborer on the road and give him his whole wealth. Who can stop him? What criteria he has in picking that laborer from the road? He has his wealth, he can give to anyone. And how can the other question him, why you have given to this laborer, while we deserved much better? We are much better to deserve. You can't question this point, neither it can be discussed from any other angle at all. He knows best. Yes?
Please give us the grace to answer these sort of questions we should ask.
You want me to...
Give us the grace to answer these sort of questions.
Why should I create my own problem? First I pray to the Lord to give you the right wisdom to ask the right question. Then I have to pray to the Lord to give me the right wisdom to give the right answer. Yes, please.
Master, I've read somewhere that, just like you said, a master can instantly take someone all the way up to such time, all the way back to the beginning. And also I've read if a person is taken inside prematurely, two things can happen. They can go crazy or they won't finish their karma. How do these two different sides fit in with each other?
I think you have just confused, you see. Both points are very different. They have the capacity to take anyone, whomsoever they like. They have the capacity to take anyone. But naturally, people have to account for their karmas. You see, for us, those karmas may be a mountain, but for His grace, it's nothing. That is what it is written. If we have to account for those karmas, naturally take us ages and ages. But with His grace, it can be done in 1 minute. Because He, as Christ said, my Father is the most powerful, King of kings. He can do anything. So there's no limitation on His power. The limitation on our, you see, power, but not on His power. So He can do anything.
Is that where that question of leaning on Master is so important? Realizing that we are so helpless and that Master is totally unlimited.
You see, I have discussed so many times that we never worship the Father unless it pleases the Father. We only worship Him when it pleases Him. We only think about Him when He makes us receptive to think about Him. When He gives us that opportunity, that environment, that atmosphere in which we can think even about Him. Even worshipping Him is not in our hand, that is in His hand. So He is the one who is pulling us from within. And He is the one who is making us receptive to His pull. You have seen people hooking the fish in the water. Now, you see, the fisherman, he puts that hook in that fish, and he is the one who pulls that string. He hooks it and he pulls it. Fish has no choice. So similarly, the Lord Himself pulls us to His own level, and He has His own ways and means to prepare us for that pull, prepare us to reach to that level of consciousness. He has His own ways and means.
So then that one statement that someone can prematurely be pulled inside is if the Lord is unlimited.
There's no question of prematurely or maturely with the Lord. It is just from our angle, our point of view, it may be anything. But from His point of view, there's no question of any limitation on His power. He can do anything. As I just said, you see, a multimillionaire may pass on his whole wealth to a laborer on the road. He may prepare him to receive his wealth. He may not prepare him to receive his wealth, he just gives him. Or he may give him training how to use the wealth, how to look after the wealth, and then give him. That's entirely his choice. Laborer has no choice in it. Yes.
To Master's meditation.
Who won't like to? Who won't like to meditate?
Okay, is that a yes? Because if it is a yes, I would like to know if the words are the same that we use and what form is used for contemplation and why the Master's meditate.
Why Master is meditating? Who won't like to escape from this world? Aren't we all trying to escape from this world, from this unreal world to the real world? What is the purpose of our meditation? To escape from the unreal world to the real world. And if anybody has a choice to slip from the unreal world to the real world, won't he like to make use of that choice?
But you already want to die.
It's not a question of one or two. The question is that who won't like to meditate if he has an opportunity to meditate, if he has that pull to meditate.
What form do you come to left hand?
Always your own master. Yeah.
One same?
Naturally, words are same. How can the words be different? The whole technique is same. Master doesn't give different technique to different people. It is the same technique. Yes.
Master, can you speak to us of Mirdad and of the publishing of the second part of the book? Was Mirdad a perfect saint?
Sister, I know nothing about the background of that book. Mirdad itself is a very beautiful book, and its every sentence reflects teaching of Sant Mat, no doubt. But whether Mirdad actually existed or it is a myth of the writer, I know nothing. I can't comment about it. It may be a translation of some old Arabic mystic's teaching in English or in Arab. I don't know. I know nothing about it. I've not met the author, neither I have asked him. But leaving aside other things, the book itself is very beautiful, very rich in interpretation and very rich in explanation.
Thank you.
Yes?
Did Christ or other mystics initiate their followers with 5 holy names?
You see, any master can give any name. Now, the great master used to initiate the Muslims with Arabic words. Other people are initiated with these Sanskrit words, Hindi words. He can give any name. Name is immaterial. It is the giver which matters, not the words itself which matters. You see, according to there's one American from the Dead Sea Scroll. There's a book on not a seen gospel, another gospel of Thomas, Gospel of Thomas, probably. And there it is mentioned. There are 5 mentioned in my father's house, whose trees always remain green. Whose leaves are 5 trees in my father's house, something like that. Whose leaves are always remain green, even in spring, even in summer. If you taste them, you get everlasting life. Something like that, not the exact words. You can see the book is in the library. And now, naturally, when he mentioned about the 5 trees, mentioning about 5 mentions, whose leaves do not, you see, always remain green, whether in summer or whether in winter. Must be inner mystic, you see, is trying to explain something about the inner sounds and all that. There, scenes also is very clear. Last year, somebody gave me a book to read. That is also a translation or thesis on some Dead Sea Scroll. And there also in this Dead Sea Scroll, they challenge about the birth of Christ, you see, that as we allege that it was a virgin birth. He said the faith of fools. Some Christian school, many years ago, believed in all that. It is their Dead Sea Scroll which has been translated. Professor Puri has that book, Jan Puri, he showed me that book, you see. He also ridicules this last day of, what you call it, Judgment Day. He said the question of one Judgment Day doesn't arise for all. And also he challenges this virgin birth. And the lady, the girl who has made a research on the Dead Sea Scroll, she said, I'm Catholic. I'm only a fair in my research, though I may or may not believe in all these things. But there was some school of thought in those times, just after Christ, which never believed in these things. She gives a long history how that Dead Sea, from Egypt, how in the desert of Sinai, how those scrolls were found. So many things have been suppressed, many things have been twisted, many things have been eliminated from the Bible when it didn't suit the priestly class. Now recently, there is so much in the books as you have read, they have made a digest of the Bible. Reader Digest people have printed a new book, digest of the Bible. They say there are so many surplus things in the Bible which are meaningless. So they have eliminated everything. So they said only that much should be in the Bible which is readable. Other they think is not readable. It was in the Times or Newsweek I have just read. Today I was reading. So they have their... So things after 1,000 years probably people will think this was the Christ, what Christ taught. Or they have made a modern Bible. They have straightened the language. In straightening the language probably they have straightened the teachings also. Where it used to be mentioned, thou shalt not kill, now they have written, thou shalt not murder. And it makes all the difference. So this is how the teachings are twisted after lapse of time. Yes?
Master, the term Adi Karma or original karma has been used.
Pardon?
Adi Karma.
Yes, Adi Karma.
That means original karma?
That means when the mind starts functioning after coming to the creation. That is original karma. You call it original sin, call it original karma, Adi Karma, same thing.
For satsang, are we finished with that karma, or is it something that until we leave this world, we always have that?
No, we have to finish all the karmas. Without counting for all the karmas, soul can never go back to the Father. No question of the first one or the second one or third one. All karmas are karmas. All karmas have to be cleared before the soul can go back. Yes.
When we go back to our country and we don't get to see it all the time, and before we see the radiant form inside, accepting the fact that the master is our best friend, and should we talk to the master at the eye center? The radiant form is with us all the time. Should we talk to him, even though we're not getting his response because we haven't reached out to him?
Sister, if you see him, then you talk to him. But otherwise, you're talking to your mind. If you find him within, then definitely talk to him. If you have time to talk. But otherwise, you are just talking to your own mind. Mind can project in so many ways. One mind, it can project in 100 ways at the same time. Yes.
Master, I've heard said that the sound and the light ultimately become one. Can you see?
Yes, sister. Sound and light is just one. You have seen lightning. First you see the lightning or you hear the sound. In the rainy season, so many times you have seen lightning comes, and then also thundering of the cloud. It's one, and you see the from source, same source they are coming. Light and sound is same there. Yes.
Master, you wrote, with every right step, the grace and support of the Master is always there. And I wonder sometimes what the right step is. If I'm thinking
You mean to say where that there is, where the grace is?
well, not where the grace is, but what the right step in each given situation in my life is right and which is wrong. Sometimes it's difficult to discriminate, which is the right thing to do. and which is not.
Sister, if the Lord is within every one of us, and He is so merciful, naturally His grace is always there with us.
Even when we're not doing the right thing.
We are not receptive to it. We are not receptive to the Lord. He is right within us, with all His love, with all His grace. But since we are not receptive to Him, so we don't make use of it. Grace is not to come somewhere from outside. It is right within us, within every one of us.
Why did you write that with every right step, the grace and support of the Master is always there?
No, I say the grace is always there. That's what I write. The Lord's grace is always there. Try to make use of it. When the Lord is within every one of us, His grace is also is within every one of us.
Then we automatically accept it to your grace and know the right thing to do.
Attend to meditation, you will get His grace. No matter how much it rains, if the cup is upside down, it won't have even a drop of water. If you put the cup in the right position, it will be filled with water, rainwater. So grace is falling, but cup is inverted. So there's no use to us. So we have to put the cup in the right position and to make use of that grace. Yes.
Master, I've been told that when we sit in morning satsang, if we put our feet out in front of us, it is considered disrespectful to the Satguru. And I'm wondering if there are other things that we Westerners commonly do that it would be good for us to change so that we can show our respect.
I'm not followed your question.
I have been told that when we sit in morning satsang, if we put our feet out in front of us, it is considered
Put
our feet.
Acha in front. Then?
It is considered disrespectful to the Master.
Oh no, don't worry. Sit in any way you feel like. Respect or disrespect is in the heart. It is not in the limbs of the body. It is in the heart, how much you love somebody, how much you respect him. It is not the way how you are sitting, whether with a covered head or with a hanky on your head, they are immaterial. They are all traditional way of respects. The real respect is with the heart. These are just traditional way of respect, so to say.
Thank you.
Yes.
I was wondering about meditation. Why is it, okay, some people, I'm sure, can be Simran easier, some people can be Neon easier, some people can hear the sound but not see the light, some people can see the light and not the sound. And why is, some aspects easier to have?
Sister, everybody has individual karmas. Everybody's karmas are not same. We have individual karmas. According to our karmas, we have all these privileges inside. Some have more to clear, some have little to clear. Some are too much attached to the world, some are hardly any attached to the world. Everybody has individual karmas. So naturally our progress is also individual. That is why Christ said first may be the last and last may be the first. There is no seniority. Because everybody has an individual load to clear. Yes, yes.
When we say them here, it's very easy to feel that we're doing what we're doing for the Master. When we go home and we do things in our family, our worldly responsibilities, like, say, a wife cooking dinner for her family or making beds or cleaning the bathroom or whatever, is it appropriate to look upon that as say for the Master? Or do we just see that as our karmic responsibilities?
Sisters, here you get everything laid out on the plates. There you have to work, to eat. You have to go to the kitchen to prepare your food and serve. Here you get everything laid out on the table. So you have more time, free mind. We shouldn't try to analyze these things such in details for nothing. Because this is just hair splitting. It leads you nowhere. The main thing is we should be firm on the principles, the foundation where we have to lay, build. Foundation should be strong. And then build over it. Attend to your meditation. The rest is all meaningless. Everything comes in these two things. Then we have to build our treasure, attend to meditation. That's the main thing. Then these questions automatically get dissolved slowly and slowly. Yes.
Yesterday, the professor made a statement, what the law does, the master can undo it. The master can interfere in the Lord's doing. And several of us wanted to explain this. It is with regard to the will of God or
No. You see what he meant there, that he can undo. Can undo, but because the masters are the beloved sons of the Father, and beloved son can make his father do anything. See, so no father refuses a beloved son. That is what the whole idea. It is just a way of explaining. Otherwise, masters always live in the will of the Father. And that is what they teach us, to live in the will of the Father. And what it was being discussed yesterday, to live in the will of the Master, it is nothing but to live with your destiny happily. Because Master doesn't interfere in the divine law. And divine law is whatever you sow, so shall you reap. And we make our destiny out of those karmas. And destiny we have to go through. So you call it, you live in the will of the Father, or you live in the will of the Master. It's one and the same thing. That is to go through your destiny cheerfully, to accept your destiny cheerfully. That is the will of the Master. And that is only possible by coming to a certain level of consciousness by help of meditation, not otherwise. Otherwise, there is no particular will that Master wants us to do this and this and this and this. Master wants us to attend to our meditation, to clear our all karmic accounts of this life and of the previous lives. And he helps us. So to live in his will is to live with our destiny, cheerfully, and to attend to meditation. Yes?
Master, I believe it was explained last night that during a period of bad karma, we may even have the misfortune to forget our Master and to not have the comfort of remembering him.
If it is in the destiny, you see, sun shines every day, but sometimes thick clouds come. Not that sun is not there, but light is not there due to the thick clouds. So just possible, sometime very heavy load of karmas do come in our way, which may put us off the path right from the feet. Yes.
Is it proper to pray to the Master that we will have the grace to not forget him, to remember him when we're having?
If you go on attending to your meditation, everything will be covered. Everything is covered in meditation. Whether you ask him or not, whether you pray to him or not, if you live in his will, as explained, to attend to your meditation, everything is covered. Yes?
Master, when the Master showers his grace on us, how can we keep from becoming so elated that we lose what we've gained?
How we can?
How can we keep from becoming so elated that we can't contain what he gives and then we lose what he's given by our ego becoming too...
You mean how to digest all what we get?
How to digest what...
Meditation helps us to digest everything. You see, purpose of the meditation also to help us to digest all what we get within and to save us from unnecessary ego, unnecessary pride. Meditation helps us. Meditation brings humility. You see, the more we are able to eliminate ego, the more humble we feel, the more loving we become, the more we are filled with love and devotion for the Father. So meditation is the real remedy. Calculated humility is just like cosmetic jewelry.
What about...
It's just like a cosmetic jewelry, calculated humility. But it's better to have a calculated humility than to have no humility at all. But you can't compare a cosmetic jewelry to the real jewelry.
You know, sometimes when you feel really blessed and really close to the Master, and then you sit in meditation maybe the next day and you've had this feeling of elation and you can't concentrate at all and you feel so...
Because you are so emotionally full.
Yeah, or you feel, I feel sometimes that that's the Master's way of balancing it, of making me see that I shouldn't be so elated. So
see, our problem is that we analyze with ourselves too much. We talk with our own self too much. If that very time can be utilized in meditation, that's much more useful than talking to our own self, analyzing our own emotions, own feelings. That leads us nowhere. We have to eliminate all that with the help of meditation. Yes?
After in meditation, during our Simran, the first 2 hours, we have Simran to use to pull the mind back from wandering. Then when we switch to listening, what can we use to pull the mind back? It still wanders. And I find myself wandering to thoughts of the previous satsang or darshan or seva.
I'm sorry, just start again.
Okay. What can we use to pull the mind back with concentration after we stop saying Simran, when we're starting to listen to the sound, if it's a stage before there's any sound? Because if the mind is still wandering, even if it's to the Master, it's still wandering.
You see, Simran creates a habit in us to still the mind. And we don't lose that concentration when we change to the other posture at all. Because this habit is there of concentration. It is not that particular concentration is matter, it's the habit of concentration. Not to think about the worldly things and to be there at the eye center. That habit we create with the help of Simran. And that helps us at the time of hearing the sound.
Can you still continue doing Simran until you reach a point where you have a sound to concentrate on?
When you are hearing the sound, then you forget about the Simran. Just be here and try to hear the sound.
Even if you have it just before the stage where you hear a sound and there's nothing to concentrate on.
Yes, you may not do anything. At the time of Simran, you, with the help of Dhyan, you try to be at the eye center. But when you hear the sound, then forget about the Simran. Absolutely.
Should you try to stop the mind from thinking of the master?
No, don't think at all. Don't let mind go in with any excuse even with the excuse of the master. Just try to be attentive to the sound. When you are able to see the light within, then automatically you will also be in the light when you are hearing the sound. Automatically you will be there. You won't be able to eliminate the light by hearing the sound. It has to be there. And that automatically catches your attention then. But to begin with, you just try to attend to the sound. Yes?
Maharaji, there's mention of the sun and the inner sun and the moon as we go up to meditation. Is there any relation between the inner sun and the moon and the top of the Ida and the Pingala, or is it something totally different?
With relation with what?
I don't know the Indian terms that are.
Ida Pingala?
Yeah.
Why are you interested in Ida Pingala, you see? That is right and left, you see. But you don't worry about that at all.
It has nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with that. It will be just light like that moon.
The moon is first.
Pardon?
Is the moon first and then the sun?
Come and see it. The main thing is to see the light first and to hear the sound. Then automatically you will make the progress. Yes.
Maharaji, when we leave the material plane and our material body and we're admitted to the astral plane with our astral body, will there be somebody there to give us a fig leaf?
Somebody there to give you what?
A fig leaf or something to wear.
Big leaf?
I can't figure out where clothes would come from because nobody works there. And there's no.
Well, brother, there's nothing to cover. We have no sin, so we have nothing to cover there. We only want to cover our weaknesses, our sins. If we have none, then so there's nothing to cover. So don't worry, you don't need a cloth at all. Soul shines, it becomes whole, and soul has no sex. Soul is neither a woman nor a man. Soul has no sex at all. So don't worry about covering yourself. Yes?
So more and more I become aware of a vein of anger in me which I don't understand. And it seems to come from quite deep, and it's always unexpected and unreasonable. And it leaks out in forms of irritations and judgments of others. And where does that come from, and how do you deal with it?
Well, brother, what little I can analyze, I think to some extent you are right. Because with the help of Simran, with the help of meditation, we do improve within ourselves. We are definitely becoming better and better. And we do not find our associates to come to that level, and we start losing temper on them. And we start judging them. because we have evolved ourselves. We have risen from those weaknesses, and we cannot tolerate people becoming victim of those weaknesses. So our standard has become very different than what it used to be. So we become little short-tempered sometimes, and we have to be very cautious about it. You will often find in the life of the great people, they are very disciplined, very noble, very great, they will be short-tempered. It is nothing much in their mind, because they cannot see that how can people be indisciplined? How can people be so low? They forget their own self when they were just like them. So we should be more liberal with others and don't try to judge them too hard. If we have improved, we should try to help them to improve, but we should not try to judge them too hard and become unnecessarily short-tempered on their behaviors. It does happen. I've often seen, you see, with many satsangis even, very good satsangis. And even with the great people, you read the history of the great people, you'll find that weakness in them.
Is there ever constructive anger between people?
I don't know what do you mean by constructive anger. It depends upon the other person how he takes it, how he takes your anger, whether he takes it destructive or constructive.
Well, other times when the only way to handle a situation is to be angry, to be strong in defining something.
Well, I can only say that we have to be a little cautious about it. Unnecessarily not be very strict in judging people. And not be very quick in condemning people. Yes?
That brings up the point of discrimination. I mean, I guess meditation will bring discrimination, but can you give any other advice as well?
Medication bring?
Will bring the discrimination. The point is discriminating when to do something, or when to correct someone, or when to accept something when someone has wronged you, to try to correct that. Do you accept everything that comes to you? How do you, I suppose that meditation will bring the discrimination, but can you give some further advice about developing discrimination?
And that followed your question actually.
How do you develop discrimination besides meditation? How do I do it?
You see, you have to reason with yourself. Meditation definitely helps, but one has also to reason with oneself. One also has to train one's own self, how to bear with the other people. We have to train our own self. Yes.
I'm afraid that when I leave here, I won't be able to keep your image. So that I can remember.
Then what is the remedy? What is the remedy?
Yes.
You mean to say you don't want to leave?
I don't want to leave until I leave. I want to know how to keep it with me.
Keep yourself. Keep in Simran. Keep your mind in Simran. Even if you cannot recollect about your master, can't visualize on his form, you feel you are sitting in his presence. And just you talk to your own self. So you can say that Simran is talking and yourself is the master sitting inside. So thinking your master is within and you're doing Simran in his presence. That helps us to concentrate, to hold our attention there.
Does it matter if you think of the master in different activities, or does it just have to be one?
Never, not associate him with outside activities.
Just sitting?
Just the face.
Just the face.
No thinking about the outside activities.
How can you stop thinking of Sashan or garden darshan or?
Then your mind will be in Simran, who will think? Mind, we have to bring 100% mind in Simran. Mind can project in many things. Mind can think many things at one time. But we have to bring all the thinking of the mind into Simran.
So I will be able to recall your image after I leave here. Just to
Well, we have to do this exercise every day.
Being angry inside is as bad as being angry outside. Is that right?
Though both are equally worse. You see, being angry within, you punish yourself. Being angry outside, you punish others. Naturally, being angry within yourself, you punish yourself. And being angry outside, you punish yourself also and the other person also. Yes.
Master, one night you told us that when we go back home, we must take the atmosphere of the Dera with us, namely love, service, and humility. Can you speak to us on that or elaborate on it?
Well, we have absolutely, you're free to take the atmosphere back with you. Absolutely no restriction. You can take as much as you can. And there's absolutely no weight problem in the air and no custom duty. No custom duty about it. We have to build that atmosphere within our own self. And that building the atmosphere is to live in that love within our own self. Yes.
What's the best way to do darshan? I mean, how do we look at your eyes or your forehead?
Face. Face. Whenever we look at anybody, what do we look at? Then we look with love at anybody. What do we look? It's always the face which matters. Yes.
Master, during darshan, when I look at the master, sometimes if I don't blink for a while, everything changes. I don't know whether it's best to try and keep the master the way he looks, just regularly, or just let my eyes go without blinking, because sometimes everything changes. And I don't know whether I'm really looking at the master or whether I'm just staring without focusing.
Go on watching the change.
Just watch the change.
And just be attentive. Don't worry what. If it changes, go on watching the change. Definitely sometime it changes. Yes.
Recently, at satsang in England, a rumor is voiced that the prasad that we are given to take away from Jira might be discontinued. That it was suggested that it might be discontinued.
Are we short of candy here? What?
It was suggested that the reason might be that we as satsangis are evolving to a point where we shouldn't need the aid anymore.
I don't know about that gossips. I don't know how that gossip has traveled so long, but I didn't hear it before.
Hi, Can you tell us though exactly what our attitude towards prasad should be?
You see, prasad should remind us about the master, the teaching, his love and affection, nothing else.
As a symbol.
You see, we keep our beloved's photo in the room. What does that photo give you? It just reminds you about the love and loyalty of your friend. And it reminds you. So similarly, if we have love and affection for the master, and we live in the teaching, prasad definitely reminds us of that love and teaching. It has no medicinal effect at all. And it has no cure for any disease.
sometimes when we're in the darker, the person can feel change, can feel raging change. Is this emotion or is it perhaps something spiritual? And how can we tell the difference?
Change being the one who is seeing,
The one who's seeing, yeah.
he feels he is changed.
Yes, and sometimes some of us perhaps smiling from ear to ear and tears are running out of our eyes.
Their emotions.
It's just pure emotion. And it should be,
There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, should we enjoy whatever we get?
Whether you enjoy or not, you can't help them. Emotions you can't help. You see, love, when emotions, it raises us upward. When passions, it pulls us downward. It's the same love. So emotions are always good. Nothing bad with them. Yes.
Other people are learned, I believe it is what you said, that the person is emotionally unbalanced, that they do not do meditation.
Pardon?
I believe on the tape, I heard that I might have heard incorrectly, that if a person is emotionally unbalanced.
You see, emotion should also remain disciplined. Emotion should not become let loose. It can create devastation with your own self. I often give an example. As long as the water flows within the banks of the river, so much use can be made of that water. Navigation is there, irrigation is there, and so many advantages of that channeled water gives us. But when flood comes in that river, then it creates devastation, right and left. So there should not be a flood in the emotions. Emotion should remain in the channel, within the banks. Then it is very useful, very helpful.
But if you feel yourself getting out of, the emotions getting stronger and stronger.
No, emotion will be stronger, but it should not become unbalanced, as I said.
Keep it conditioned, meditate.
Well, sometimes flood definitely comes. But it is never helpful to anybody. Floods are never helpful to anybody. Yeah?
Master, a few days ago, we were talking about the master and disciple relationship being a father and child. And you said that the father would wash the child before he hugged him. When a father who found a child that had fallen in a pit and hurt himself and was crying and was filthy, pick that child up and hug him immediately, no matter how dirty he was?
It depends upon how much he loves the child and how much the child loves the father. You see, Christ has explained this point, what you are referring to. He says a shepherd has 100 sheep. One sheep goes astray. He leaves the 99 sheep and runs after that one sheep. And even physically bring that sheep back to the fold. He is not even shy to lift that sheep physically, which has gone out of the fold. Not that he doesn't love the 99, he has ignored the 99. He loves all the 100. He doesn't want a single sheep to go astray. So, relationship with the master and the disciple is that of love. Give it any shape. Give it any name. We have so many relationships of love. Mother and son, brother and sister, wife and husband, father and son, father and daughter. You see, we have so many relationships of love in this world. So give it any name. This is the relationship of love, nothing else. Yes?
Master, you said that we can take advantage of the tendency to fall asleep during meditation. Can you talk to us about that?
Tendency is always there to fall to sleep, you see, in time of meditation. Because when we go to sleep, our attention drops to the throat center. And we try to concentrate here, but sometimes the attention drops to throat center and we sleep. So tendency is always there. Okay?
We're told that we're not allowed to reveal our spiritual experiences. At what point does an experience become a spiritual experience? Is it just what we see inside in our meditation?
That's right.
That's right.
Whatever we experience within on the path, that is our
Does that cover joy or sadness?
joy and sadness. Automatically meditation creates that joy and bliss and peace within ourselves. What is there to share? You are automatically radiate that. You see, if you are happy within yourself, you will automatically radiate happiness around you. There's no question of sharing, it automatically radiates. Yes.
Master, is it better to drink some coffee or tea before you meditate so that you don't fall asleep?
It depends upon individuals.
Well,
some people may sleep better after a cup of coffee. You see, it depends upon individuals. If it helps you, there's nothing wrong with it.
It's just sometimes, I don't know which is worse, falling asleep in meditation or thinking too much. Sometimes drinking coffee makes the mind too active. It's hard to achieve, for me sometimes.
You see, that's what I say, it differs with individuals. There can't be generally hard and fast rule about it. Whatever helps us to keep awake.
Master, in philosophy of the Masters, it states that contemplation cannot be achieved without successful Simran.
Right?
Successful Simran. What is successful Simran in meditation?
Successful Simran is that you eliminate all the thoughts from the mind except in Simran. When your mind is 100% Simran, concentration will be there.
You never have contemplation if you don't have 100% concentration on Simran.
You have not followed my point. You see, Simran, this dhyan is not must, it's a help. Simran is must. Just on the mere strength of Simran you can concentrate, without dhyan even. On the mere strength of the Simran. Provided you see your Simran is 100%. Means there's no other thoughts in the mind except the Simran. You are 100% in the Simran. And nothing else matters for you in the whole world. Then naturally that is a concentration will be there.
So what I thought, according to the philosophy of the Masters, it says that Simran is the first step, dhyan is the second step.
That's right. That is right. The purpose of Simran is to withdraw to the eye center. The purpose of dhyan is to hold the attention. The purpose of Shabad is to pull us upward.
But they're all necessary, right?
They are necessary, but dhyan is a help. You can even, without dhyan, you can also concentrate. Just being in the darkness, that is also dhyan. To keep your attention in the darkness is also dhyan. We are contemplating that on the darkness. That is also dhyan. Yes.
Well, then what's the light for? Okay, say, okay, the sound takes you up. Then what does the light do inside?
Light helps you to be there. You enjoy the bliss and peace of that light. And light and sound is one and the same thing. Ultimately, light and sound becomes one and same. That is part of the Shabad. Yes.
Does one come before the other, or does that vary with individuals?
Some people make a start with the help of light, some people make a start with the help of sound. Ultimately, they become one and same. Yes. Pardon?
I can't do Simran without using my tongue.
Well, use your tongue, but let not words come out of your mouth. If you can't help it, don't say it very loudly. Just pronounce them to yourself. Pardon?
Will it stop being become eventually?
It will help you to concentrate, definitely.
Will it? I mean, I can't do it now. Will it eventually? If I keep doing it, become eventually will?
Well, if you see, so great master used to even say that if you just can't Simran, you can find some lonely corner. You can even repeat the word slowly and slowly. Naturally, then you use your tongue. But it should be absolutely a solitary corner. And very slowly and slowly you repeat to yourself. But then slowly and slowly you should try to do it mentally.